And a very good morning to you, boys and girls. It's Thursday, the 29th of November 2018. A warm welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom talk, coming to you from the very, very windy outside Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. And I will be very surprised if we hear any planes going over today from the RAF practicing down the road. It really is extremely windy up there. No rocking on the caravan. And I said this to you last time, didn't I? I said this to you last time that I've been on Haven holidays before, when you know, caravan holidays, and a bit of wind, and it's not like moving like that, you know. But certainly, now and again, you feel a little bit of a gentle rock like that. This one does not move. Really, rarely. We are being really battered by wind this morning, and this thing is just not moving. You know, even like you look at something that might be hanging down somewhere, I don't know, like there's a few wires in it. It's a bit like a television studio. Have you ever been to a television studio? You wouldn't believe how everything looks so temporary in there. When you see it on the telly, like here, you know, it all looks perfect. Like it's this great big room. This is a tiny room and stuff is held up with blue tack, bits of tape, string, and there's wire right in front of me here just hanging down there. Why? Because it wasn't long enough to get to the socket. I'd like to congratulate my nephew. Is so happy this morning. He lives just down the road, not far from here at all, in a place called Roughton, and he's literally just had this morning his internet upgraded from wires to fibre. And when he had since yesterday, he used to get less than a meg of download, like something like half a meg of download when he did that speed test thing. He's now sent me a little photo thing of his speed test. This morning, 73.5 meg down and 18 up. Well done, Gary Butler. And it's so great when that happens. You know, those of you that unfortunately don't have the fast internet, sort of, I don't know, 5 meg and above, those of you that are still on less than a bit, and you know you're watching a telly and suddenly the little circle goes around, how annoying is that? And FaceTime drops out and all sorts of stuff like that. He's just been upgraded, so congratulations, Gary. Now, let's do some messages early this morning, shall we? So we can get through a few. Sometimes I do leave it a little while. Good morning. Oh, we haven't got too many people there yet, have we? Oh, a little bit thin on the ground. Oh, that's probably because I'm about 10 minutes early, aren't I, usually? Good morning to you. Good morning to... Let's start on Periscope. John Ewins. Good morning, John Ewins. Better than this morning, yeah, but I don't have the chest of Holly Willoughby. If you're one of the straight lads watching, I'm afraid I don't have the chest of... I could put something underneath, so I look a little bit like her. Is that acceptable? Ow, that's really offensive. Good. Morning to you, John, over on Periscope. On Facebook Live, good morning, Diane Jebb. You get the first message in. Morning, Diane. Ray Reynolds, hello, honky tonks. We were watching that last night. Last night, I was watching Dick Emery videos around my niece's house. Oh, my God, so hilarious. I'll come to those in a minute, Ray, all right? Hello to Farah Kazi. Good morning, Farah Kazi. Kate is there as well, and Juan is there on the YouTube Live. Good morning to Juan. Well, I hope you're well on this morning. As I say, it's extremely windy out there at the moment. A bit windy. On the way to the pool yesterday, you remember I finished a show yesterday and I said, I must go swimming today. I go swimming on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I like to try and go Tuesday, Wednesday and two of those days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't mind missing one out. Well, I didn't get to this pool on Tuesday, as you well know, because there were so many things had gone wrong and I had to sort stuff out, gas bottles, electricity, that sort of thing. I had to sort that, and I sorted it all out in the end. It's funny actually how things build up. Do you know what I mean? Something happens, then something else happens, then something else, and it just goes on and on all the time, doesn't it? And you think you're never going to get to the bottom of it, but we did, and managed to get everything sorted out on Tuesday. So I thought I'd go swimming Wednesday. I think I usually go swimming Tuesday and not Wednesday, but I thought I'd go tomorrow. So I finished the show yesterday, had a cup of tea, typed out the summary of the show, and it was about 11:15 then, 11:15, 11:30. So I jumped in a car with my bag of swimming stuff. I keep forgetting my soap stuff, you know, the shower gel. I keep forgetting that whenever I go to this particular swimming pool. Now, the one in Bracknell is a little bit posher, and they provide the liquid and the towels as well there, which is nice, isn't it? Yeah, I've just thought of something terrible, really. You know how you dry yourself with the towel? I wonder if anyone ever hands in, how can I put this, dirty towels. Oh, no. Oh, I couldn't be touched in those. I'd have to have rubber gloves on. I bet they do. Disgusting people. Hand in. If I ever had an accident on a towel, I'd have to nick the towel. I couldn't hand it in. Well, it's a bit hot in here. Just a minute. I'd have to steal the towel and not hand it in. And just imagine, there you go. Or just put it in quickly so that no one notices it. But then someone has to touch it, don't they? Oh, no! A little bit like those McDonald screens that they were talking about. Did you see that about the McDonald screen? You know those little self-ordering McDonald screens now that seem to be everywhere? Of course, they can't take cash. Oh no, card only. I'm a cash person, dear. I don't like the cards. Don't like them. You get yourself in terrible debt with those cards. All these screens at McDonald's, every single one of them, according to a story in some of the papers yesterday, contains, and I actually quite like this word, fecal matter. It's another word of saying poo, isn't it? Fecal matter. Well, of course it does. Everyone's been touching everyone else and bits and pieces and going to the toilet. Of course everything contains fecal matter, I expect. I'm frightened to touch anything at all. That's why the Queen wears gloves, dear. She doesn't want to touch other people's fecal matter. Perhaps you could use that in future instead of going for instead of saying I'm going for a poo or whatever of that other horrible word beginning with S, which I hate. I hate that word. S, you know, that word. I'm just going to produce some fecal matter. They go, what? In which toilet? Oh, that one over there. Ah, yeah, but what gender are you identifying with today? Modern problems for a modern age. That's what they are. Good morning. Juan says, my main knight of the round table, King Chris. Are you for real? Juan has, I miss you. Thanks for moments, greeting and remembering. Of course I remember you, Juan. I remember everyone that calls in. Unless a period of years pass, then I might not remember you. Morning to Gary Butler. There he is with his brand new internet. No buffering this morning, Gary. Test it out, Gary. Get me up on every single one of your devices here and turn up the volume so your wife can hear. That'll upset her. Morning to Thomas on Vaughan Live. Hello, Thomas. Chris Manzar. Morning. It is gross. It is gross. Don't be touching those McDonald's screens. They've got fecal matter on them. The one in the McDonald's in Skegness where we haven't been this week. I don't know if we're going tonight or not. There's about there must be about 6 of those screens as you walk in. They're like on walls, they're very well laid out, McDonald's. They're like facing like angles like that. So like almost like a corridor of screens. There's about, I think there's 6 or 8 of them. They go like that. And you go to a screen if you want to. And you touch your burger, and then you touch your card to the thing and that's it, all done. Not me, nope. Me and my sister and her husband Martin, we walk past these screens and straight to the till. There's only one till at the end. I think, is there 1 cash register or 2? So either 1 cash register or 2 at the end. And you have to stand there and wait for someone to come over. And you do feel like an inconvenience to them for standing there. But they're a nice lot in there, nice staff. Always young people in McDonald's generally, aren't they? Nice people in there. So yes, you're quite right, it is gross. Thank you to Chris for sending a little image of a poo there. Not a real one, just a drawing. Thank you very much. Have you noticed more and more people are talking about poo these days? Have you noticed that? I think it's an obsession. It's an obsession. I mean, mind you, I'd rather be talking about poo than political correctness. I would. Much more interesting. Good morning to Marky Butler. Martin, as my sister's husband there. Hello, Honky Tonk. We were watching, as I say, Dick Emery last night. Just so funny. And I told you yesterday, if you've never seen Dick Emery before, get it up on your YouTube thing when I finish the show today and have a watch. Just type in Dick Emery. You can watch whole episodes on there, and it's fantastic. It really is. Message in from Simon. Concerning the show yesterday, we were talking about a good deed, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, I'd done something and then done a good deed, and then something bad usually happens to you. Simon says, I did a good deed last night. I handed in an £800 phone at Stoke-on-Trent station that I'd found on a train. Oh, I bet they find loads of phones on trains. Don't you reckon? I bet they find loads of phones on trains. He said, then on Saturday, I made £200 profit on darts, Mr. Chop Chop. So I disagree. Not true, dear. Not true that if you do a good deed, you get a bad one. So there we are. Thank you very much. Good morning to Maureen as well. Maureen's joining us in old London town this morning. Maureen, watching on one of those big old tellies there, aren't you, my love? Let's have a look here. Robbie Stedman. Hello, Robbie. Morning to you. Glad you like the jacket. There's another 3 coming, actually. There's another 3 jackets on their way. They're so cheap, these ones. If you see it, Ray Reynolds was saying the other day, because I wore this to the karaoke on Monday night, he was saying it does look a lot thicker when you're doing your show. Yeah, it's actually quite thin. Okay, it's not fantastic quality, but it does the job. I think it looks good. That's what matters. It looks good. Although, quite honestly, how much longer it's going to fit me, I don't know. I'll come to that in a minute. Thomas hates political correctness. No, we don't do political correctness on this programme. It's just so boring. It's so boring. We had, on a similar subject to that, I don't know if some of you saw the picture of David Beckham kissing his little daughter on the lips yesterday, and it was so. And the people on the papers once again, oh, this is so wrong. No, it's not. No, it's not. That is a loving father kissing his daughter. And those people that say, oh no, you must be sick to do that. No, incorrect. You are sick for thinking that there's anything wrong with it. You need your head seen to. A loving father or mother, come to that, kissing, and if you want to say, oh, it's all right for the mother, well, that's sexist then, isn't it? That's sexist. All you politically correct people out there, I'm telling you now, I can turn it round on its head and use it against you. So shut up. We're sick of it. Absolutely sick of it. Someone's posted, a friend of mine actually, Carl, who's a top hairdresser. He says, if you see a dad kissing his child on your lips and your mind interprets the scene as sexual and paedophilia, then get off the internet, get checked in somewhere, and don't walk past any schools on the way to your appointment, you freak. Good on you, Beckham. It's a lovely picture. Now, I'm not a fan of David Beckham. I'm really not. All that money for one person, I think, is disgusting. However, that's a loving father kissing his little girl on the lips. If you think there's anything wrong with that, you are sick. You really are sick and you need professional help. Anyway, that's the political correctness thing for this morning. Morning to Adrian Richardson. Good morning, sir. Paul and Lou are in the house. Morning, Paul and Lou. But does Lou watch as well, though, Paul? You know, because if that's not the case, then it has to just say Paul Mosley. I'm sorry. Paul's in Birmingham. Morning, Paul. Timmy Thomas is sat in a hospital this morning waiting to be admitted. Oh, God. What you got wrong now? Are you having a leg off, an arm, an eye removed, new head? I know how old you are. You're having your face done, aren't you, lovey? Are you having a few little injections in your face? You won't be able to talk. Hello, like the American newsreaders. Have you seen them? They've all had their faces done, you know. Every blokes and girls, all of them. What do they call an American man? I don't think they use the term bloke, do they? They don't use the... Hello and welcome to ABC News. Here's the news. Nothing moves. Awful. Don't have your faces done, boys and girls. There's a girl, actually, on a serious note. She's just had, I believe, what they call a Love Island boob job. A Love Island boob job. It called that because the adverts for the people that did the boob job were in the middle of Love Island. Have you seen Love Island? Nothing is real. You know, they're so fake, it's unbelievable. They've all had stuff, lips like that. Well, she's had the boob job done and died. Very serious. Don't muck around with your bodies unless you have to, Tim. So, I mean, I should leave that hospital now immediately. Is that what you're having, a boob job, Tim? In your case, they're being removed, are they? Sorry, Tim, I'm so naughty. I'm so naughty. Paul says his missus watches at the weekend. Oh, is that right? It's hard to believe, but there are jobs up here in Birmingham. No, that is a lie. There are no jobs in Birmingham. Only postmen. Tim in the hospital. The fire alarm's gone off. I'm not moving. I am unanimous in that. Well, Tim, that's funny you should say that. I've been in so many places, pubs where I've been working, in the swimming pool where I go, and in a hotel. Oh, the best one was in a hotel where fire alarms go off. No one moves. We all think it's a false alarm or a test. The best example I can give to you for that was when we were in Vegas. Not myself and my nephew, but myself and my friend. That would be about 5 years ago. We were staying at the Flamingo Hotel, which is like one of the top quality ones there, of 1 star, with sticky carpets. I kid you not. Oh, that was the cheap of the cheap, that was. Awful place. No, I thought it was all right. He did nothing but moan. Moan, moan, moan. Oh, it's not like a 5-star hotel. All he did was bloody moan, my mate. Christ almighty. Anyway, so one night, it was about 3 in the morning, I kid you not, this alarm's going off. Doot, doot, and his voice is coming over. This is a fire alarm. Please move to a safe area, or something like that. We're just laid there listening. Oh, it must be a false alarm, mustn't it? What do you reckon? No, I'm not getting up. No, I'm staying in bed. No, I'm not getting up now. No, it'll stop in a minute anyway. No, we didn't move. And neither did anyone. We didn't hear doors opening and closing or people running down the corridor screaming. Nothing. It was very unexciting. Not like that film The Tower in Inferno. Much more exciting. Wasn't like that at all. No. No one moves. Same in the swimming pool. Now, the swimming pool, they test their alarm at 11:30 every Friday. So I know that. But there are people in the pool you've never seen before. You get to know the regulars. There are people in the pool that you've never seen before, and they don't move. They just carry on swimming. No one moves for a fire alarm. Funny, isn't it? And you don't know whether it's a fake, a false one or not. Really odd, that. Really odd. Robbie, I never watch any of those reality shows. No, not me, really. Well, now and again, I dip in and out of one. I watched one last night, but I'll come to that in a minute. So I've left the caravan, and I'm now in my car. Now in the car, and I'm on my way to the swimming pool. And the phone rings. Well, it's not actually like that. It plays a tune. Da 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 da. Hello, sis. Because I can see it's my sister's come up on the phone. All right, what you doing? She goes, what you doing? That's how she starts up. And I know if my sister is doing something else, and I ring up or she rings up, the first thing she says is, what you doing? And you can hear her doing something else in the background. So I haven't got the full attention. I'm disturbed. I'm disturbed by this. I've been disturbed for a long time, as you well know. But I'm disturbed by that. What you doing? And you know she's trying to do 2 things at once. Now, my sister, who I love to bits and has got a heart of gold and everything else, she cannot do 2 things at once. She gets completely confused by everything going on around her. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. I can be in a phone conversation with her and something will happen and she will completely lose interest in the conversation with me and go off on something else. Like perhaps a small child, about to fall off a mountain or something like that. That will distract her. So she'll run for the child to save them rather than continue with my conversation. I think that's just rude. I'm sorry. I think that's, you get the general idea, don't you? Right? Anyway, so she's on the phone. What you doing? I said, well, I'm just going down the swimming pool. Oh, we're going to Lincoln. Oh, right, are you? I said, oh, we've got the Calor Gas places down there because I was thinking about buying one of those mobile Calor Gas fire things, as a backup thing for in here. And she said, oh, why don't you come with us? Oh, well, I should go swimming, really. So, oh, come with us. Oh, all right then. So I then diverted from my trip to the swimming pool to go to my sister's house, right? So I got to my sister's house. and they're all ready to go. And then so I wasn't driving, so we jumped in Martin's car and off we went. While we're in the car, she said, "Well, we're going to go to the Toby carvery first." Oh my God, this slimming world, you know, supposed to be on trying to lose the weight that I've gained over the last couple of months now. She said, I didn't think about it. I said, "Oh, are we really?" Because I love Toby carvery. I haven't been for months. In fact, do you know, I don't think I've been for about a year to a Toby carvery. I don't think I have. So, oh, excellent. So we went to Toby carvery, parked up in Lincoln in the car park there. How much do you pay in London for car parking? Lincoln in a multi-starry car park. Cling! £2.50 for 2 hours. Yes, let's be having that. Thank you very much. £2.50. That's all it is there. It's good, isn't it? So we're parked up in there, walked into the restaurant. The toilets are up these twirly stairs. Funny with twirly stairs, you can't really pass anyone. So if someone's up there coming down, you've got to wait. You know, you can't get past them. Why do they put in twirly stairs in places? Very annoying. And steep. Steep as well. I'm desperate. It's like climbing a mountain. I broke out into a Julie Andrews, dear. Climb every mountain, search every stream, follow. We need a mirror. This can be the this can be the window. This can be the window, isn't it? There's the window. Follow every rainbow till you'll find your dream. There we are. Julie Andrews for you this morning. All the stars come here. All the stars come here to our United Kingdom Talk Lincolnshire television complex. They do. So so I've gone to the toilet. I come back down. My sister's there, ready, and off we go and get plates. Martin stayed at the table. So I've gone round. I don't have the meat. Not only do I not have the meat, I don't have the vegetarian option in there either, because I've done that before and I found it too much to eat. So I load up my plates. Mainly, I have to say, I can't lie to you. I'm being a Roman Catholic, I cannot lie to you. So I've got my Yorkshire pudding, and then on to the potatoes. A roast potato, almost burnt. I like mine really crispy. Really crispy. And Toby carvery, without any doubt in my mind, does the best roast potatoes you could ever imagine. I've had roast potato even better than mine. I know that is there. Look at me running myself down into the ground here. Running myself down. They do better potatoes, the best roast potatoes you could have anywhere in the world. Toby carvery roast potatoes are to die for. So my sister's in front of me. Oh, Christ, is she picky? She's moving these potatoes around with the tongs. Come on, load your bloody plate up and get out of the way, dear. Chris is hungry for his roast potatoes. She's pushing. I'm just choosing. Come on. God's sake, man. And then onto them. Oh, I don't have mash. Don't have mash. I'm carb free. She's got roast potatoes, carb free, so she doesn't have the mash. So a little bit of mash on my plate as well. And I had carrots and peas. I think there was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was now. It was Yorkshire pudding. Anyway, and vegetarian gravy all over it. Lovely. And the plates like that. Lovely. Nothing wrong with that. There we go. There we are. And my sister's piled her plate up. And then Martin comes and piles his plate up. And then we sat down and we ate it. Very nice indeed. We had Coca-Cola. We had Pepsi. Diet Pepsi, I think we had. And we ate that, and I finished mine, and to my dismay, Martin and Sharon left not a small amount, a load of food on their plate. I think that's disgusting, I'm sorry. Why take it in the first place? Now that's got to go in the bin. The argument where we've paid for it is neither here nor there. It's a waste of food. I hate food waste. Fortunately, I was still a little bit tempted by roast potatoes, so I was able to finish off the roast potatoes on Martin's plate as well. As part of looking after the environment. Nothing to do with greed. Although then, I did order, and the other two didn't have it. I had a lovely ice cream. I had an ice cream with little cookie dough bits in it. I got to be honest, it wasn't that. The cookie dough wasn't very nice. I don't know why. It kind of spoilt a bit. I should have just had a plain ice cream, but that never mind. So that's what I had in there. So there's 3 meals there, 3 Coca-Colas, and that comes to £27. So that's not bad, is it? We made the mistake actually, and I think I've done this several times before, of ordering bottomless Coke, and you only have 1 glass, so it's probably cheaper for you to actually order bottomless Coke. And they've got these new machines in there now where you only have kind of one machine with one little tube coming out where the liquid comes out, right? And it's like a screen. Because, I mean, if the electric goes off, they can't do anything. So it's got a screen on it, and you select the drink you want, you know, Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, lemonade, something like that. It's just one little screen. It's not very big, not much bigger than a computer screen, except it's turned like that way, you know, like that way instead of that way, right? So you touch these buttons, and then it says, do you want to add a flavour? So to your Diet Pepsi, you could add strawberry, cherry, vanilla, or lime, I think it was. And you literally touch the screen, and it says, ready, pour now. And you touch the button, and it comes out the little tube. But they've only got 1 machine in there. I mean, that's just stupid. Fortunately, we're in there at a quiet, it wasn't that busy. I was surprised at the amount of young people that were in there. I always assumed that they weren't interested in roast dinners and would be going down to McDonald's. But I mean, the whole joke of it is we've had that great big plate of food, which cost us, I think, £6, $4.99, $5.99, something like that. Maybe, no, certainly no more than about £6.50. But that massive plate of food, well, you would have spent more than that in McDonald's on a little burger, a little chips. Do you want to go large with that? I would have asked if I wanted to go large. I've asked, just give me what I've asked for, please. Always trying to upsell. I was talking to my brother-in-law about that yesterday. Everyone's trying to upsell all the time, aren't they? He mentioned, you know, when you go into a petrol station or any shop at all, really, and, you know, you might have, I don't know, I might have a couple of pens. There you go. I'd like to buy those 2 pens. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Would you like one of our mugs on special offer? What do you mean? Do you want one of our... No, I don't want one of those. What about some nice ink? Some nice ink? No, I don't want that. I just want the pens, please. Oh, we got mouses. I don't want a mouse. Just give me the bloody pens and shut up, woman. And if you said that, you know they'd say to you, no need to be rude. Well, stop asking me crap then. Only just give me what I've come in here for. Go away. So back to the Toby carvery. Yeah, they've only got 1 machine in the whole place. Or at least, unless there was another one around one of the other corners. 1 Coke machine in the whole place. I suppose the idea of that is that you can't keep going up and having more. Which is what you've just blooming paid for. Dear me. So I've had my ice cream. So we've had all that. So that was nice. As I say, surprised at the amount of young people that were in there. On the other hand, there is a university which is just round the corner. And it is by far better value to go into a Toby carvery and have a full roast dinner than it is to go to McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or somewhere like that. Honestly, you get more for your money in a Toby. And I mean, it's probably better quality food, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with McDonald's food. I would never say to you that they use bad quality ingredients or anything like that. But I mean, where's the vegetables? Okay, veggie burger. You can buy a bag of carrot sticks, can't you? Have you ever seen anyone with a bag of carrot sticks in McDonald's? Ever? Or a little bag of apple? You just don't see it, do you? They're not interested. They just want the burger and the bit of dead animal in the middle. And a bag of soaking chips in there as well. Anyway, there we are. Right. So we've come out of there. I've got notes here. So we've come out of there. Let's just read some of your messages. Good morning to John Parrish. Good morning to John Parrish today. Let's have a look. Ray Reynolds, did you ever see Stanley Baxter in the towering quake filmed at the old London Weekend television block on the South Bank? No. I don't remember seeing much of Stanley Baxter for some reason. I don't know why. Good morning to Brian James joining us on Facebook Live. Brian says, on training with my guide dog Janet. She's beautiful. Oh. Is it a Labrador? I think they usually use Labradors, don't they, for assisting blind people. Beautiful, beautiful. Paul says you should be at Skegness looking for that lottery ticket. There's a lottery ticket in Skegness somewhere that's won loads of money apparently, and they can't find the person. Wasn't me, sadly. Wasn't me. I should start buying lottery tickets. £76 million it was. Oh, just imagine. I could have caravans all over the country for that. And I would. I'd buy caravans in different places and go to a different one each week. And they'd all have central heating. Automatic. Automatic central heating, yes. Juan, Chris, a song by the band Yes, titled Heart of the Sun, shares similar themes of your rendition of that Julie Andrews song. Dom proper pitch time. There was nothing wrong with my proper pitch timing, thank you very much. The hills are alive with the sound of music. John always asks for a doggy bag when eating out. Ah, now funny you should mention that. You can now order a Toby carvery and take it away in a little cardboard box. We saw people doing that. You can even get a roast dinner in a box now. Unbelievable, isn't it? Okay. Good morning to Kevin Webster. Let's have a look. Thomas, their boss tells them to upsell. Oh, I'm sure they do. All this upselling that goes on, they're told by their bosses to do that. Oh, I know that. I know that. But we don't want it. We don't want to be upsold to or anywhere else. Morning to Brian James. Good morning, Brian. Congratulations to Juan, who's lost £60 since arriving via American Airlines from Miami Airport. Please, 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 what? Please. Oh, you lost £60. What, in cash? In cash? Thomas hates it too. Upselling. It's just so annoying, isn't it? It really is. You go in for something and they try and sell you something else, but they will. So from there, we then went around to Calor Gas. Now, I had located what I thought was a Calor Gas showroom. It's all very well buying something on the internet, but there are certain things that you want to look at and touch and feel and ask questions about. You can't really do that on the internet. You can read these questions and answers, but you don't know who's written the answers or the questions come to that. You know, they could be bigging themselves up. A lot of these people, it's like hotels and that, when you see the reviews, which ones are from like genuine people and which ones are from people who are something to do with the hotels. See? It's difficult to know. It's very, very difficult to know who's what there. But there you go. From there, we went to Calor Gas, and it took us a while to find it, but we got there. Went in there. It's a warehouse, or it's mainly a warehouse. They've got a little showroom on the front with four gadgets there, one only of which would have done for the caravan, which was 85 quid. This gas heater was 85 quid, which I thought that's not too bad a price. But I have seen gas heaters on the internet for like 55 quid, brand new. And I thought, oh, I don't know about this. You know, is this all they've got? We've come here. I thought it'd be like going in John Lewis. You know, you see hundreds of coffee machines in there on shelves. Well, they got 4 heaters on the floor. That was it. Oh, we can order them here for you. Well, we've come to look. I want to see and touch and feel it and look at it, see how it works. How heavy is it? Well, they're all about the same weight, mate. So I lifted this thing up. My sister kept saying, stop lifting it up. Look, it's on wheels. I want to see how heavy it is. She always has to argue with me all the time. I don't know why that is. It's a bit like Conservative and Labour. You say something and she'd take completely the opposite view or start arguing back all the time. It's on wheels. I want to feel it. Why have you said that? I know it's on wheels. I could see them at the bottom. So I've lifted this thing. I was surprised how light it was, but I didn't buy it. I just wanted to see some more stuff, really. So I didn't buy it. Where on earth I'm going to go and see heaters in a showroom, I don't know. Like in places like Homebase and B&Q, they sell one. That's it. All they sell is the one item. You know, I want to see several in a place all on its own. But there we go. That's how it is. So we come up from there, and then we went to... I meant to tell you, my sister, after we'd been in Toby Carvery, my sister went into Debenhams to get something, and I went into Mr. Entertainer with my brother-in-law to look at toys. We weren't going to buy any. We just like to look at stuff, you know. So we're looking at toys in there. And actually, we found quite a few cheap items in there. Weren't particularly expensive in Mr. Entertainer. Board games in particular. And then we came across a chemistry set. Now, I had a chemistry set when I was a boy. And Martin, I think, had a chemistry set as well when he was a boy. And we had... These chemistry sets were of a size, you know. And there were like 10, 20 test tubes full of stuff. Stuff like, I can't remember now, copper sulfate, which was blue, I think. There was some yellow stuff, another sulfate of some sort. And they had all these test tubes of things. And there were experiments that you could do. This is when I was a child in the 1970s. I could have hours of fun with this. We picked up this thing. I opened the box. There was hardly anything in there. Oh, no. Oh, health and safety. Oh, the poor little children might put it in their mouth and die. There's no fun anymore at all, is there? This thing was so light, and we took the box open. It was all cardboard. There was about 5 items in this box. What can you do with that? You know, what explosions can I make with a child's chemistry set of the 2000s? None at all is the answer to that. In the 1970s, we could probably have blown up entire buildings with our child chemistry set. Not anymore. How boring is that? I bet it's just stuff you put in a little jar and you mix it and it changes colour. That's it. It just changes colour. No explosions. Boring. I won't be buying another one of those. Oh, but the children might hurt themselves. Oh, for God's sake, man, that's how it is. Go have a bit of fun. No fun in that chemistry set that we're selling in Mr. Entertainer. I want to see sparks flying across my room. Fireballs going down the staircase. Not a liquid that slightly changes colour from green to blue or something like that. Boring. Anyway, so we enjoyed going around there. As I say, then we went to Calor Gas, and from there we had to go and pick up some paint for my nephew who runs the car. He fixes car paint and scratches and things like that. Oh, what is that called anyway? Body workshop. I think it's a body workshop. Good. Are you talking to each other on there, I think, aren't you? Everyone talking to each other there. Good morning, Joey Millen. Morning, Joey. Welcome to the show. Yes. Why are you... What's going on there, Juan? What's all that bank details? You're giving out your own bank details on the internet. Are you for real? Why would you want to do that? Why are you giving up? I wouldn't put your bank details on there, mate. You better remove that message, because I can't remove it. You must be mad doing that. It could be scammers and hackers watching this. The Russians were hacking into this program yesterday, as you well know. Russians were hacking into the program and killing my internet. So we got the paint, and then we came back home, slept a little bit. I felt so fat. I felt so fat. I really, really want to push this weight back down again. It's gone up. Last time I weighed myself, it was 12 stone 11. I'm 11 pounds now over my target weight of 12 stone. Okay, and it just keeps going up now. I've completely lost. When I'm at home, I'm fairly good. But you see, now I've gained weight. I've got to eat less than what I need to lose it. So I've made it hard for myself again. But I can get it back on. I can do it. I know I can do it because I know how to do it. Anyway, so if that wasn't enough, I woke up about 6:45 late because I'd gone to bed late in the afternoon. Phone rings. It's my sister. She said, "Oh, we're going babysitting tonight because we weren't sure whether we're going to go babysitting or Skegness, because my niece had got some tickets. Her husband's back from his work abroad, and he got some tickets for some comedy thing. So they were going out. So she lets me know, my sister know, that she wants to do babysitting. So I went round to their house by babysitting, and she said, "We're just going to go around the babysitting. We're about to order pizzas. Do you want one?" I said, "We only had dinner a few hours ago. You said that you weren't going to eat anything else today." "Yeah, but we're hungry." Now, my sister and her husband are on a so-called carb-free diet. not working, dear. They go for like a few hours without any carbs, and then they have to have some. I don't think it's quite working, sis. Oh dear. So she rings her. She says, "Do you want a pizza?" I said, "No, I don't want a pizza." "Are you sure? Because I'm going to." No, I think it was Martin actually. He's a feeder. Martin is a feeder, right? Because on the way back, that's what I meant to say. On the way back from collecting the paint, he stopped at a McDonald's to get an ice cream, and he kept saying, "Do you want an ice cream?" And I said, "No." "Go on, do you want one? I'm just about to order it now." "No, no, 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 no." Get to the screen, gets to the little hole in the wall because it was a drive-through one. He said, "Do you want me to get one now?" He says, "This is your last one." I said, "I don't want one. I don't want one." And then he got this Malteser's ice cream. He said, "Hold that for a minute." I said, "Well, who's that for?" "You." I said, "I told you I didn't want one." And then I started eating it. See, I had no intention of having that ice cream. It was forced onto me. Forced. Anyway, coming back a few hours forward, 7 o'clock. "Do you want a pizza?" "No, I don't want a pizza. I've got a couple of bananas here I'm going to have later on." "I'll go and have a pizza." "No, I don't want a pizza." "Are you sure?" "I don't want a pizza at all." So I think my sister came on the phone then. She said, "I'm just ordering them now if you want one." "I don't want one, sis." "All right then. Well, have they got margarita?" "Yeah, I can order a margarita." "Oh, well, how big are they?" "I can get a small one." "Oh, I don't know about a small one." "Well, I'll get a normal one then." "Well, okay then. Do they do garlic bread as well?" She said, "I thought you didn't want one." I said, "Well, that's you, that is. It's not me that wanted one. I never wanted a pizza." Now, you've planted that thought in my head that there is a pizza on its way. So she ordered the pizza. So I got up, made myself a cup of tea, jumped in the car, and going over to my niece's, and I got a text. Beep, 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 beep. Although my text doesn't do that. It makes the old London Weekend Television jingle. That's my text tone. Ding, 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 ba 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 bum ba ba bum. That's my text jingle. I made that and the ringtone in the days when Apple allowed you to use any piece of music to upload as your ringtone. They don't let you do that anymore. Oh, copyright restrictions. Oh, someone's not being paid for their work. Well, I don't think they're going to worry about me using a little tone for a text. God's sake, the copyright thing does my head in. There's something going on at YouTube at the moment as well. My brother-in-law was telling me about Article 13 or Article 15, I think it is. Something, of course, to do with the European Union. Bye-bye, Mrs. Merkel. We're going. Something to do with the European Union. And again, it's a copyright thing where if they discover that you're using anyone's music or pictures or anything like that, it gets taken down. It won't be anything to watch. All those old programmes that you knew as a child from years ago, probably including stuff like the Dick Emery show, right? Dad's Army and all that. And there's a lot of them up on YouTube that people have uploaded. All those will go missing. They'll all have to come down because of the EU. Because of the EU. Oh, just this thing, get everything. Life just does my head in. It really does sometimes. So I'm in my car on my way. Bleep, bleep, bleep. The food's here. Okay, that's fine. Got to my sister's house and there it is, a pizza. Oh, not only that, even better than that, the children are still up. So I've got people to play with as well. Marvellous. So the children, I won't lie to you, the children are sitting there. Martin's on one settee, my sister's on the other. The two children are sitting next to her quietly. They're quiet. So I've come in, sat down, I'm starting to eat my pizza. And for some reason, when I get there, they start becoming noisy. I don't know why that is. I think it might be because I pulled Emily's hair a couple of times, which annoys her. And I've had my pizza and opened the garlic bread. It gets worse. There's cheese on the garlic bread. Oh, this looks like another pizza to me. She said, well, I ordered garlic bread. They must have put cheese on it. I did ask for it without the cheese. So I had to have that as well. Now, I didn't finish it all. I'm pleased to tell you, well, I'm not pleased to tell you that because I don't like to leave food. I just couldn't eat anymore. We'd only had a roast dinner a few hours ago. And then there was the Mars bar ice cream, which I discovered in my niece's freezer. I said, well, can we have any of this? And Martin says, we're babysitting. We can have anything we like. So I raided her freezer and nicked. I didn't have it all, only half the tub, 250 millilitres. What that is, I don't know. Of the ice cream. Mars bar ice cream. Very, very delicious indeed. Do you like Mars bar ice cream? What's your favourite ice cream there? Let's have a look. Thomas, Russians hacking you, killing your internet. That's what was happening yesterday, Thomas. Not happening this morning, is it? Good. Is that your only jacket? I've got 2 jackets here, John. Chris, pictures of pizza arriving there. Thank you there. McFlurries. Now, I thought I didn't like McDonald's ice cream. But since we're going to Skegness, it's all right. I think I must have had a rogue McDonald's ice cream. Because if they do it too cold, it kind of... It's not the same, is it? Do you know what I mean? Ice cream temperature, the Mr. Whippy stuff, like McDonald's flurry type things, it has to be the right temperature. Otherwise, it gets a little bit... It doesn't taste the same, does it? Juan, just this... I don't know what's going on there. Just a minute. Okay, good morning to Keith Moon Relchard. Morning to Keith Moon. Welcome to our show, Keith. A bit late, never mind. We've been here nearly an hour already, dear. Do try and get there on time. It's usually sometime between 9 and 9:30 we're here if you want to join us again, okay? So we've had the pizza now and we're watching telly and the jungle thing comes on. Now at this point the children quieten down and sit down. They quite like to watch the jungle thing. And there was some pretty girl, she was pretty girl, and the very good looking, I think his name is Malik. Absolutely gorgeous. He's got the washboard stomach, the looks, lovely frizzy hair. I love the hair. And they're doing one of those eating challenges things. Oh, it was disgusting. They were eating eyeballs, dead scorpions. Oh, and the boy, Malik, he was absolutely heaving. But they managed to achieve everything. They ate everything that they could eat. The girl, can't remember the girl's name, she didn't seem to have much of a problem eating anything. Honestly. What else did they eat? Pig's nose, a bit of a pig's nose, a camel trotter, and that was big. That thing was big, what they had to eat with that. Dead flies, cockroaches, worms. Oh, no. All for the sake of getting a bit of extra food. I mean, I'd just stick to the rice and the beans. I wouldn't have to put up all the rice. See, I'm vegetarian, so I'd be quite happy to live on rice and beans. Wouldn't bother me that there's no bit of dead animal shoved in front of me to eat. Something like that. Holly Willoughby, who I have to say, I'm quite liking the on-screen relationship with Holly Willoughby and Deck. I would imagine at this point Ant is a little bit worried about his jobs. Because Deck is able to do this stuff on his own. He doesn't need Ant anymore. They are good friends, and that was probably really difficult for them. For one to be carrying on doing it and the other one not. But it's just one of those things, I think, that I have a feeling, if it comes back next year, I think Holly Willoughby, because it's the TV chiefs that are in charge, not the presenters. And if they see that this is working better, they'll just drop Ant. I think it is working better. It's quite good. And she's quite squeamish, isn't she? She don't like to watch them eating those nasty things. Never mind. I'm not quite sure how much of that show is totally and utterly scripted and how much is ad-libbed. I think most of it's scripted. There's some very good script writers out there, but I can usually tell the difference if it's not kind of flowing, you know. Good examples of that: Bruce Forsyth. Bruce Forsyth, I think most of that was probably ad-libbed. What's his name? Ben Shepherd and other people on those quiz nights. the little bloke who died, that always looked very scripted to me. They obviously looked like they were reading off an auto cue. People like who's the bloke in Doctor Who now? That's not scripted. Well, Doctor Who is scripted, of course it is. But when he's doing the quiz show, he's very natural. What's his name now? Can't remember. He's about 40, 45, 50 maybe. Bradley Walsh. Bradley Walsh, so natural and such a perfect television person you could not make up. A lot of that is not scripted. It's just him. He's hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious. But so a lot of TV companies, they choose people for looks a lot of the time. Like Ben Shepherd isn't too bad looking, but there's nothing there. It's just read off. You can tell he's being read off a screen. It's not natural. Whereas Bradley Walsh is very natural when he's on the telly, isn't he? Anyway, so as I say, we watched the Jungle thing, and then the children went to bed, and we watched some Dick Emery videos. My sister had a headache at this point; she'd had enough. My sister last night had really had enough, I tell you. And we then watched some Dick Emery videos, and all the characters were there. We had the gay one, oh hello honky tonks, how are you? Oh, really? We had that one. We had the vicar, the dodgy vicar. We had the sex-starved single woman. She's hilarious. We had the glamour model. I beg your pardon. Oh, you are awful. But I like you. Bang! Like that. We had the biker. We had the gossiping housewife. She's good. The gossiping housewife is hilarious. And of course, Mr. Lampwick. Like that. All the characters we were watching last night. And Dick Emery, who passed away, it must be 20 years ago or so like that. I think he lived in Putney, didn't he? Which was quite close to where we lived in Roehampton at the time. We lived in Roehampton, southwest London. And we loved Dick Emery. It was only on for half an hour usually. And if you go on YouTube, you will find entire episodes on there, or clips or something like that. The Dick Emery show. And I said to Martin last night, I said, there's nothing like this on the television anymore. There really isn't. The answer to modern day humour is Keith Lemon, Celebrity Juice. It just leaves me stone cold. It really does. I just don't see anything funny on that at all. All it is adults on there swearing and being sexually suggestive. There's no entertainment value there. None at all. How is it that people like that stuff? The Big Brother thing, the celebrity this, the celebrity that. Not good. And you watch programmes like Tenable. I have to say Tenable. I was watching that the other day and I thought, this is really fake. And why is it, when they do quiz shows and that, programmes with questions and all that business, why is it there's always like a big gap now? They try and it's just, it gets annoying after a while. When I was a child, there was a quiz show and it was all fast moving. It was very fast moving. What is 2 + 2? Beep! Okay, Chris, in London, 4. Yep, that's right, yes. Right? Nowadays, you might have Ben Shepherd on there, might ask a question, or whoever is hosting a show. Okay, so what is 2 + 2? Beep! Well, 2 + 2. Now, so that's going to be 2, isn't it? I don't think it's 5. It's not going to be 5. I don't think it's 7. I think it's going to be 4. So your answer is 4. Yeah, I'm going to go with 4. Are you sure? Yeah, I'm going to go with 4. Okay, let's ask the computer. Is the answer 4? Bing! Yes, well done, everyone. The answer. Why is there all these gaps? It's so slow and annoying. I seem to want to have a conversation with someone after every bloody question. Get on with it, dear. Wasn't like this when Robert Robinson was hosting Ask the Family. Bum 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 bum, or Call My Bluff. Call My Bluff. And the answer is True, yeah, everyone's clapping. Nowadays it would be, so what's the answer? Well, I don't think it's true. On the other hand, it could be because... so which one is it going to be? Which one are you going to pull up? Shall I pull up that one? Or just pull up the bloody card, dear, and show us the answer. Stop having conversations. It's awful the way they're doing these quiz shows now. It's so slow. You're falling asleep while you're waiting for them to answer. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. So that was our day yesterday. Another nice day. I feel incredibly fat this morning. Incredibly. I am determined to go swimming this afternoon. After I finish the show, I'll have a quick cup of tea. Well, it's pill time now anyway. I've got to have my pills. And I'll jump in the car and go to the swimming pool. I must go swimming today. And I've got to watch what I eat. I don't know if we're going to Skegness tonight or not. Not quite sure about that, but we will see. If Thursday night will be skeg night, which means baked beans and chips and an ice cream. Yes, but I'll be careful this afternoon. There we are. Let's read some of your messages. Has ice crystals. That's right, Chris. So the ice cream, they do it too cold and it gets ice crystals in it and it's not nice. And they're not necessarily large things. They're just, you can tell it's gone too far. Do you know what I mean with that ice cream? So not nice. Thank you for the picture of the pizzas, Kevin there. Good morning, Chris. Perhaps we should call this Good Morning, Chris instead of United Kingdom Talk. Would that work? Do we need to change the title of the show? Oh, I've never done that. Never changed the title of it. It's 5 a.m. where Keith Moon is. Are you in the States somewhere, Keith? Bradley Walsh has a house near ours in Epping in Essex. Has he really, John? He's a lovely chap, he is. I met him. I've met him in when I was doing a quiz at the King's Head Theatre Bar. He was at the bar there once and I met him there and I accidentally spoke over him. What it was, I was halfway through the quiz and I quickly needed something. He was ordering a drink. I didn't know it was him. And he was at the bar and I was behind him and I shouted out, "Here, can you get me that thing?" And he's looked round and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put..." Oh my God, I've just pushed in front of a star. He said, "No, that's all right, mate, you're doing a job." I said, "I'm ever so sorry." And we had a little bit of a conversation. He said, "I like your quiz." "Oh, thank you very much. It's very kind of you to say so." And all that business. So he's a lovely chap. Really, really genuine. I like genuine people. I don't like fakes. I'm sorry, and I can spot them a mile off. All these people on The Only Way is Essex and all that. Fake. Absolutely fake. Can't bear it. I like natural... genuine people. Bradley Walsh is one of those genuine people, I'll tell you that. Dick Emery, "Oh, you are awful, but I like you." Hancock's half hour. No, that was before me, John. Hancock's half hour. Keith, cool background. Thank you, Keith. That's a picture of what's just 2 minutes away from me. I walk through the site where I am, up 4 steps, and that's the view I've got there, all right? Fives Company with Steve Allen. Never saw that. That must be going back some time. Fives Company. "The end is near. Don't have to worry. What will entertainment be like in 100, 2 years, 300 years' time from now?" Oh, we won't be here. We won't be here right side up. Good morning to you. We're not going to be here. We've mucked the planet up. You don't think we can go back now, do you? No one's going to give up their cars. It's just not going to happen. If we put back, if we try and right what wrong we're doing now, that might be possible, but we can't undo everything we've done in the past. I honestly don't think we can stop the climate change thing now. I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening. Countries cannot agree. Trump don't want to do anything about it. I think he knows as well. I've got a feeling he knows. He probably thinks that it's gone too far. We can't do anything about it now. We can have a lot of fun trying, as Larry Hagman said that. Larry Hagman said that. He died, of course, a few years ago. And he had a ranch with cattle and that. And he converted to solar panels. And he said, "My electric bill came down from hundreds of dollars a month to about $5. As in $5 a month. He had all these solar panels installed. They got a lot of sunshine over in Texas. And he was asked, you know, "Do you think, well, with what you've done here, do you think we can, you know, make the world a better place again and stop all this?" He said, "No, I don't think so." He said, I think we've gone too far down the line, but we can have a lot of fun trying it. And I believe that as well. I think we have gone too far down the line. I really do. I can't think we can sort out the mess. We'll probably be all right for couple of 100 years. But, you know, stuff will run out and there's wars and people around. And you've only got to look at society now and see how fractured it's become. Whenever a question arises, you know, as is most things, you know, half the people agree with that, half the people agree with that. Or just over half on one side. It used to be that you would just accept the mind of the people of the majority. That doesn't seem to happen anymore. The majority will win, and those who didn't win just start screaming and shouting and going on marches all over the place. So I don't think humanity will be around for much longer, as is the case of hundreds of years. I'm not talking about the next 5 years. I think we'll be all right for a couple of 100 years, but I can't see it after that. Thomas says, I've made peace with God, so no worry. Good lad, good lad. Have you repented everything? Is that wise? Keith, what's your favourite flavour? What of ice cream? There's a Ben & Jerry's one called Kama Sutra. I like that. And there's also a Ben & Jerry's one with like little chocolate things in it, milk chocolate, with caramel in the chocolate, like a crunchy with vanilla ice cream. That is my favourite. I also like Mr. Whippy ice cream, which is the soft stuff, you know, similar to a McFlurry type thing. Good. Check YouTube with Lionel Blair. Haven't seen that. I'll have to look at that, okay? Good. It's getting old. Some tunes. Yes. Okay, you're talking to each other there. All right, boys and girls. Let's do today's birthdays. Okay, let's have a look. One moment, please. Where are our birthdays? Today's birthdays. Here they come. Then I'll have a cup of tea. What's it now? 10:30. Oh, that's all right. I've got plenty of time. Cup of tea and then go swimming this morning. Ah, Richard Barron. Good morning, Richard. I can't believe you're 39 now. He's got a couple of wonderful children, haven't you? And I've been a friend of his for, it's over 10 years now, isn't it, Richard? We never actually met. We were talking to each other. I think we met to do with internet radio, wasn't it? CMP radio or maybe Reach radio. Anyway, Richard, I'm glad you're kind of sorted out now. Happy birthday to you. 39. Gosh, where's it gone? Where's that gone? Hello to Kyra Jamie Lee. Good morning, Kyra. Happy birthday to you. William McKay's birthday. William comes and sings at the karaoke sometimes. Morning, William. Happy birthday. Alfie Divine is 30 years old today. Good morning, Alfie. Welcome. Mark Litton, who I worked with at the Black Cat. Good morning, Mark. Happy birthday to you. Rob Lambeth's birthday today. And Cami Santoskoy is 31 years old today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Have a nice birthday, boys and girls. There was a couple of other little bits I wanted to tell you about today. Let's have a look now. Roy, it was Roy Brownlow. Okay, I don't think he's with us this morning, Roy. Let's have a look. Roy isn't with us. Good morning to Ronnie. Best mate Ronnie is in here. I've nearly finished, Ron. Yeah, I know you're going to be disappointed. I've nearly finished the show this morning from our Lincolnshire television studio complex, which is being battered by Force 10. There's a hurricane outside, and mine is the only caravan that is still here. All the others are blown away. It's like the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wizard. I'll get you, my pretties, and your little dog too. That old bag on the bike. Dear me. Roy sent in a message yesterday. And I've mentioned to you my Wi-Fi plugs seem to be using or had got through 3 gig of data in a week. Now, I thought that sounded a bit odd. It didn't sound right to me at all. So I've been keeping an eye on my little mobile Wi-Fi thing. It's a little white box thing it is. I've been keeping an eye on the data because you can look at the data, how much has gone out. And yesterday it used 100 meg of data in a day. So that, I mean, so there's 100 meg of data. if there's 1,000 meg of data in a gig, that would last for 10 days, wouldn't it? So 5 gig would last 50 days, approximately, wouldn't it? So that's at 51, 152. So that's nearly 2 months. So I don't know. Roy sent me a little private message saying that they should use hardly any data at all, something like 50 meg each month. Now mine's already used 93 meg, so I don't know if there's something else going on there really. He suggested changing the password on the MiFi router, but I mean the password on there is just a series of letters and numbers. It's not like a word or anything like that. So I'm keeping an eye on that. And as I say, on Tuesday it used 12.5k. By yesterday morning it had used 93.74 meg. So I'll have a look again when I finish the show, and I'm keeping a little eye on that to see how that goes. I may have to think about something else to do that. Ronnie thinks this is a Wurzel Gummidge jacket. There's another 3. I've ordered another 3, Ronnie. I'm glad you like it, Keith. 25 quid, that's all this was. So it's about 25 quid. I don't know, what's that, $35, something like that. Anyway, we're out of here now, boys and girls. Thanks ever so much for joining us for the show today. It's been a pleasure chatting away with you, as always, in the morning. Hopefully back with you again tomorrow morning. At some point, I want to do like a nighttime show up here. I don't know when that'll be, because I'm always made offers to go round to various people's houses while I'm up here, my sister or my nieces or my nephew or something like that. So hopefully at some point I'll do a little nighttime show from up here as well. Good. You'll be able to join me at night then, Ronnie, because you're always around at night. Don't worry, I'll give you plenty of warning so you can sit yourself down with your cup of tea and your false teeth, and you can have a little bit of a chat then. Cup of tea and swimming for me then this afternoon. Thanks ever so much, gang. Have a lovely Thursday. I hope it's not too windy where you are. I may be blown away today. Blown away. Been a long time. Cheerio.